Just another quick reason of why I hate Eddie so much is when he first sees the girls, he pulls over to the side of the road, gets them into the front of the car where they're safer. Great.
Sure.
But then when he pulls back into traffic, he doesn't put on a blinker. He doesn't turn his signal on. I'm like, Eddie, you have two girls in the front of your car now. You got to turn your blinker on.
There's no blinkers on a horse. Welcome to You Potted Dude. It's a Mary-Kate and Ashley podcast, if you couldn't tell.
And you probably could tell.
And you could definitely tell. I'm Sequoia Simone.
And I'm Olivia Vessel.
And we are taking a peek back in time to the feature filmography of Mary-Kate and Ashley. Feature-length films only.
For now. And last episode, we got started on To Grandmother's House We Go. And this episode, we're going to be finishing it up. So if you have not already listened to the previous episode, I would listen to that episode before listening to this one.
Yeah, because, you know, we really got our introduction to the characters in that last episode. And if you want to know how we feel about them, especially some of them, in particular, one of them, then you should definitely check that out.
If you haven't seen the movie yet, you should also probably watch the movie.
You should watch the movie.
We have a link in our description below. It'll take you right to the movie. Also, if you haven't watched the movie and you just want to listen to this podcast anyway, I guess I'm not going to stop you.
If you watched it once when you were 7 and you're like, yeah, I can remember it. You can't.
Thought I could.
You can't.
Was surprised by a lot of things.
But we'll tell you what the haps are.
Yeah.
So when we ended our last episode, it was the inciting incident, which is that the twins decide Mom needs a vacation. She needs a break from us because they're
just such
the
a handful.
worst children of all time.
And so while their mom is at work and they're being watched by Stacy, the neighbor with a baby who does not pay attention to them, they're going to run away.
Who doesn't care about her dog.
She doesn't care about her dog or her babysitting duties at all.
She's really, They decide they're going to run away.
Yeah.
We get a full montage. They got to pack their bags. They're adorable bags, by the way. They're cute little
their bags.
Suitcasey briefcase bags.
They break their piggy banks.
They break their piggy banks to get on in there.
Adorable.
They put, and this is my favorite part, loose chicken in there.
My favorite. They are smart enough to look in the fridge and see what food they can bring.
They're like, we got to bring food with us. What should we bring? Not only perishables.
Just a couple loose drumsticks.
A couple of loose drumsticks in the bag.
That they immediately give away.
Yeah, they eat like half of them and then give them away.
They've been gone for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. And you're like, you really got to wait. You got to wait it out as long as you can before you start eating the food. Listen.
Hilarious.
I've run away before. I ran away as a child.
Did you look in your fridge to grab food when you would run away?
Okay, so here's the thing. Is it sillier to put loose drumsticks in your bag or to bring canned beans with no way to open the canned beans?
I think the drumstick was a better option. Beans makes more sense in terms of what you're packing. It's an easier food to travel.
This is going to last me I was like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to be like a street urchin.
You could have,
in Charles Dickens.
It would have been like Charles Dickens.
I'm going to be a Dickensian orphan roaming the streets of Salt Lake. And in order to do that, I need a can of beans, 2 cans of beans.
In your defense, it would have been a lot easier on the go to find a way to open the can than on the go find a way to refrigerate a couple drummies.
Exactly. And so if you can't refrigerate them, then you got to eat them pretty early in your trip and then you don't have food anymore. So I will say that my child experience running away, I did make a better choice. I was similarly gone. Well, no, I was gone for like 2 hours. These guys are gone for like a full
impressive. Day. I feel like every time I threatened to run away, I was the kid who would just be like, I'm doing it. I'm at the door now.
Bye.
You'll never see me again. So I respect 2 hours away. That's a lengthy amount of time.
I think I was gone for like 2 to 4 hours multiple times.
Wow.
When I ran away.
Good for you.
I didn't really make it super far, but
you never got hungry enough to go,
no.
Damn, I don't even have a can opener.
Exactly. But it was like, 5th grade, and I'm like, my parents just don't understand that I want to be an actress. So I have to go. So I have to go make my way.
Hollywood.
I'm going to Hollywood with this can of beans, and you can't stop me.
Oh.
Remember when we said we were going to go quicker?
No, it's fine. Listen, we're going to go quicker through the details of this movie, but we are not going to go quicker through our commentary, okay?
Okay. You get to keep that.
First of all, we're sorry, but also we're not.
We're not sorry. We're not
sorry.
You
enjoy this commentary.
We're on our second Roy Rogers, all right? Our second dirty Roy Rogers. Okay, so
what happens
They put
next?
loose chicken in their bags.
Yes.
They leave.
They're ready to go. They hop on their bikes. I loved this bit. They start going on their bikes. They're like, we can't cross the street. Mom told us not to. So they're like, great, we'll just turn here. But then every time they come across the street to cross, they just keep turning.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they just do a loop around their block.
Yep.
And they're like, we'll never get to grandma's like this.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite bits of the movie.
So good. So cute.
Really good payoff.
And then, perfect timing, a bus pulls up to a bus stop right there outside their apartment building. They ditch their bikes, hop on the bus.
Sneak on the bus.
Love that. They're
they
like,
say,
let's
get small.
I'm already
small.
So
yeah.
Cute. And then we really only see them on the bus for a minute. They talk to a nice old lady who is just doing a weather forecast to herself.
Yeah, she wants to be a weather girl. And honestly, I think, I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
I think that the weather person industry is ageist.
It is.
And she should definitely be the weather girl.
And she knew it was the year of the woman. And she was like, you never know.
This is my time.
You never know when they're going to need a new weather lady.
Exactly.
It's my time.
She's practicing. She's practicing on the bus.
I love that for her.
Do I have a problem with her practicing on the bus? No. Do I have a problem with her wanting to be the next weather woman?
Absolutely
No.
not.
Do I have a problem with her interacting with these children and then letting them go on the day? Yes.
They're like, does this bus go to grandma's house? And she's like, no, where's grandma's house? This just goes uptown and downtown and then back uptown. And they're like, we're on the wrong bus. And she's like, let me tell you how to get there. And she like gives them help without going, and where's your guardian?
And do you have a parent? Is there someone I can call? Can I call your grandma? Can we figure out how to contact your grandma? Nope. She's just like, she's really focused. She's a really career-driven woman, and she just wants to be a weather woman, and she has no...
She's just a career-driven lady.
She just
can't
has
be bothered.
goals. She has goals, and we love that for her. But please, look out for the children.
Look out for the children. So they hop off the bus. They're, like, downtown. And then this is when they, like, spend a minute dancing to a street performer's
while
music.
They're eating their drumsticks.
And then they throw the rest of their drumsticks in the guy's bag.
Here you go.
As their tip, which was so great.
And he's like, did you just throw chicken bones?
He's upset. And then they're like, what? There's still meat on the bone. And he's like,
okay. Yeah. And they're really jamming out. I really loved that. I was like, look at them. They're having a time of their lives.
Yeah. So this is right around the time when Stacy finally discovers that they're missing.
Yeah.
Like, girl.
It's been a long time.
What did you think they were doing? It's like that thing when kids are too quiet and you're like, uh-oh, what are you doing?
I'm going to go check on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild that they made it all the way downtown on a bus.
And she's just like, rip-a-doo. Yeah.
Okay, and then this is when I like Stacy even less because she immediately calls Rhonda, which great.
Good.
But then she's like, oh, you're going to kill me.
You're going to be so mad. And I'm like, why are all of the adults acting like children in this film?
Like, this isn't about you, Stacy. Yeah, she's going to be mad at you, and rightfully so. Just say, hey, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Your kids are not here. I don't know where they went. You can work out the thing between your friendship later. Like, this is not about you, Stacy.
It's about finding the children.
I don't like it in movies when the major conflict could have been solved by an easy phone call and isn't.
Yeah.
So I like that Stacy's like, yo, girl, Rhonda, your kids are gone. She's like, don't worry, stay calm. And then immediately freaks out and is like, everybody out of the store. She closes it up. She hops over the counter. She's on the way to look for her kids.
And like the kind of person that schedules her to work on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or whatever is going to fire her. She's going to get fired. It doesn't matter that her children have gotten themselves into a series of shenanigans.
Yeah.
She's going to get fired.
She's a good employee. Maybe they'll understand. You're right, though. The kind of person who would schedule the single mom on Christmas Eve is the kind of person who would not care that the kids were missing.
If only they could win the lottery, and then that wouldn't be a problem anymore.
If only.
If only.
Well, anyway, that'll never happen. Anyway.
Right.
Oh, I loved this moment too. So like now the girls are just like wandering downtown and they pass by a toy store and they see the Princess Penny in the window. And Julie's like, oh, Princess Penny. And Sarah's like, we're going to Grandma's house. We gotta get a move on.
Yeah.
And Julie's like, oh, but Princess Penny's right there. And then she like follows Sarah down the street and she's like, oh, Princess Penny was right there.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
Super
really
cute.
and I said they're getting Princess Pennies for Christmas.
Obviously.
Of course.
That's what they're getting for Christmas.
By the end of the movie, you gotta get them the Princess Pennies.
Come on.
Even though Princess Penny looked pretty basic, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Girls, you can
just kind of
dream higher than that, Julie and Sarah.
You're the woman.
Yeah, it's the year of the woman. Dream higher than a Princess Penny, okay?
Senator Barbie.
Black Senator Barbie.
Black Senator Barbie.
It's 92, okay?
Princess Penny.
Yeah. What is this, 87? Okay, but wait, because this is my favorite part of the whole movie.
Okay.
They're walking around the corner and then like a kid in a stroller is pushed around the corner by his mom. And it's like, what, like a 2 or 3-year-old? And the girls like look sentimentally at the kid in the stroller. And they're like, oh, man, I miss those days. I love those things.
Yeah.
And then they say to the 2-year-old, they're like, you're going to miss it.
They're like, enjoy it while it lasts.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
And you're like, that's hilarious, actually.
You don't know how lucky you are, kid.
Yeah, you got a good kid.
It's so good. And I'm like, that is what those girls would say when they've spent 20 minutes away from home. They're on the bus and now they're just wandering downtown. They would see a stroller and be like, oh, man, those were the good old days. It's so good.
That's a good one.
But this is where they happen to run into Eddie, our least favorite character.
Yes.
He happens to be delivering packages to a building right there. So they decide, of course, Eddie knows where Grandma's house is because he delivered the package from Grandma's house. We'll sneak onto his truck and make him take us to Grandma's. Of course.
Yeah. They're
Classic.
like, eventually this truck is going to take us to Grandma's.
Easy. So they sneak onto the back of his truck and they take off. Eddie is, of course, singing more Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers.
All the time.
All day, every day.
All day, every day.
In a way that is concerning at this point.
What I love is how quickly the girls are annoyed with the music.
They're
They're in the back, like, plugging their ears.
Me and Julie was the one that was like, oh, I cannot be riding my bike up this hill. And then she was like, oh, I cannot be listening to country music right now. And I was like, this is my girl. I will not be riding my bike up the hill. And I will not be listening to country music.
Julie is so over it. She's like, ugh, life is supposed to be easier than this,
She's like, my ears hurt. Jeez.
Yeah,
who is
absolutely.
this guy?
It's so good. And then Sarah has to go to the bathroom. And Sarah's like, oh no, I gotta pee. So I think they've probably been in this truck like only 10 minutes. And they're
Probably.
like, oh no. And I love that, again, the conflict in this film is not based on people not communicating. They immediately are like, we gotta go pee. And he's like, what are you doing in my truck? And they're like, we'll explain later, but we need a bathroom right now.
Yeah.
And then stupid Eddie, he's like, well, just ignore it. Listen to my music and I'll get you to a bathroom soon.
They're like, hey, this isn't helping. Drive faster.
Drive faster. Oh, just another quick reason of why I hate Eddie so much is when he first sees the girls, he pulls over to the side of the road, gets them into the front of the car where they're safer. Great.
Sure.
Love that for you, Eddie. But then I don't think anyone else would have noticed this. When he pulls back into traffic, he doesn't put on a blinker. He doesn't turn his signal on. I'm like, Eddie, you have 2 girls in the front of your car now. You got to turn your blinker on.
There's no blinkers on a horse.
And that is why Eddie is a menace to society with his cowboy dreams. Because he's imagining that he's on a horse.
He's imagining that he's on a horse and there's no blinkers on a horse. And so that's why that goes down that way.
Well, you're right. I can't fault him for that then.
So
you're right. That's on me.
Explain that one right away.
All right. So now he gets to a diner. He like runs the girls inside. It's a cute bit. He's like, where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? And all these adults are just like pointing frantically because it's clearly like a dire situation.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, he drops her off in there and then he's sitting at the bar with the other twin.
Yeah.
Just like right at the bar. I'm like, you know, children can't sit at bars.
He's just a cowboy. You know where a kid could sit at a bar? At a saloon,
At a saloon.
in the West. Yeah, so he gets them chocolate milk. There's a cute little bit where every time he like says the word hell, they're like,
It is, yeah, it's good.
It's cute, but then he keeps doing it. He keeps swearing.
Stop saying hell in front of the children.
Because he's not a good, responsible adult to be taking care of them, but it's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. He also wants a BB&J because he's a child like them.
Yeah, the girls are like, peanut butter and jelly, smooth peanut butter, no crunchy, and also cut off the crusts, please. And he's like, I'll have the same, but you can leave the crusts on. And the waitress is like, dude, and rolls her eyes really hard and walks away.
Yeah.
Love that waitress.
She's like, oh, this guy.
This guy. Okay, now we see the mom. She has called a detective. Love that the mom is on top of it. She's already talking to a detective. I love this detective bit so much.
This detective bit is genuinely, he's giving Clouseau. He's giving Peter Sellers.
Yeah. He's like asking her questions. She gives him all the details. The phone rings and he's like, that's the phone. And she's like, yeah, I know. And he's like, I'm the detective.
I'm the detective.
And then it's Eddie calling from the diner bar area.
Yeah.
I love it. I love a good communication.
He's like, okay, I'm going to call.
Don't worry. I've got the
kids. I have to finish my shift and then I'll bring them home.
Insane. Eddie,
I don't trust this man.
Home.
I would be like, actually just hold where you are.
Yeah.
I will come get my kids from you right now. And then you can finish. Clearly, you've got enough time in your schedule to have a whole peanut butter and jelly lunch experience.
Hey, you know, he works for FPD. He's got
Federation Parcel Department.
Parcel delivery. He's got a lot of parcels to deliver. Okay.
Yeah, because it's the Christmas season.
It's the Christmas season. He's a busy man.
Right.
So
and
whatever.
she's like, yeah, sure, go ahead and do that and bring my kids home later. I was like, come on,
Rhonda, come on, don't trust this man. But it's fine. And then she gets off the phone and she's like, good, my kids have been found. And the detective's like, I told you. What can I say? I'm just a really good detective.
I'm a great detective. It is funny. It is funny.
It's a good bit. So then he takes the kids around delivering the packages. And at first he's like, ugh, stay in the car. I'm doing this on my own. And they're like, but we want to help. And then there's like a grouchy old man who's like, give me the package. And then the girls are like, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And the old man's like, oh, well, isn't that just delightful? You get a tip and you get a tip. And why not, Eddie? I'll give you a tip too.
Dad, don't forget.
Dad,
he's like,
he assumes, of course.
Give Dad a tip too.
Of course. And so now all of a sudden, Eddie's like, completely using these kids for his own gain.
Oh, okay. Now here he goes pretending to be a father for profit.
Father for Profit is a movie I would watch. I think it's a movie we did just watch, actually.
Yeah. I think that's the central premise of this movie is father for profit.
Yeah, because the only reason the whole movie that he ever cares is because of the promise of profit out of these two children.
Daddy for Profit. Actually, Daddy for Profit is a different thing.
Daddy for Profit is a different movie, but I would watch that movie too.
This is Father for Profit.
So yeah, it's cute. They're all getting tipped. They're making everyone's Christmas season joyous and lovely. And then he decides to take them out for ice cream because they've got time for that too.
And they got to spend their tips.
I also then they're like, ice cream. And he's like, we all scream for ice cream. And they were like, hey man, that was good.
Damn.
That was a really good bar you're spitting.
Wow, Eddie's spitting bars out here.
And then Eddie's like, I didn't write it. And they're like, it was really good. And he's like, well, maybe I did write it. And then he takes credit for it.
Yeah.
Eddie is really good at taking credit for everyone else's work the whole movie.
And he buys the lottery ticket. He asks them what to do what numbers to use.
And they say their real life birthday, which is June 13th, 1987.
That is Mary Kate and Ashley's birthday.
Real life birthday.
And he uses those numbers to win the lot. Like this man, if this man had not met these children, he would just be driving around in his truck pretending it's a horse forever.
What a great sentence. And I just hope that throughout the movie that he discovers that he's lucky. He calls them his good luck charm.
He does.
And what we're really hoping is to see the arc that he sees what we see in them, which is
that he's nothing.
He's nothing.
He's nothing.
They make him what he is.
Exactly.
Ugh, Eddie.
Disgusting. Continue.
Oh, yeah. So now Eddie is finally taking the girls back to their mom.
Finally, it's night. He goes to drop them off at the apartment building and when this movie started, and I was watching random delivery paper boy do his little paper run, and it was showing all the people. I was like, Rhea Pearlman, what is she doing in this movie? When is she? And then halfway through the movie, I'm like, where is she?
Yeah.
And she pops up
as a burglar. With Jerry Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke's brother.
Yep.
Who's so much older than Rhea Pearlman, but I thought they made a really cute couple despite the age difference.
It was really funny. They were
so
fun.
funny. I love their whole bit.
Yeah.
So Eddie's out of the truck. Shirley and Harvey are like a nice couple out on a midnight stroll. And Harvey drops his fanny pack. Eddie goes to pick it up for him. And while he's bending over, Rhea just knocks him out from behind.
Absolutely bodies him.
Wild. Love you, Rhea Pearlman.
He's down. He's out.
And then they steal the truck with the girls in it. They don't go very far before they realize that the girls are in the truck. They get to their motorhome.
Their motorhome. So they can put all of their loot into their motorhome.
Yeah.
And when they open up the back, they see the girls in there.
Oh, and then I love this part where they're like, and what are your little names? And they're like, my little name is Julia. And my little name is Sarah. And she's like, are you making fun of me, kid? And I'm like, yeah, they absolutely are. Because they're 5, okay? Talk to them like an adult. And so then they're like, okay, great. This is even better than stolen presents because now we can like hold on to these girls and use them for ransom.
No, that's not what they say.
It's not?
They say this is better than our loot because we'll get a reward. They don't frame it as ransom. They're like, we're going to get a reward and be heroes. They're like, we're going to be heroes and rich.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not how rewards work.
Not at all.
There has to be a reward offered before you can claim a reward.
No, because otherwise that is ransom. And what she does is ransom. She's like, is there a reward? Yeah. And Rhonda's like, no. And she's like, well, I demand $10,000 then. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I was like, I was so surprised because I was like, oh, they're going to hold the girls for ransom. And then they were like, we're going to get a reward. And I was just like, nope.
That's true. That's
not how that works.
And what is a reward other than just accidental ransom? So they decide to hold on to the girls. They tell the girls that they are Santa's elves, and that's why they have all the like loot in their motorhome. And the girls buy it. They're pretty skeptical though. They're like, why should we believe you? And this is one thing that Eddie had taught them, which is like an adult. And I think this is a good lesson to teach kids, is that adults will tell kids anything to get them to compromise.
Yeah.
And so they're like, I don't know about that. But then they're like, no, we're Santa's elves. It's fine. And the kids are like, oh, cool. We love Santa.
Cool. Yeah. Santa's chill.
Well, why don't you just tell us?
That's a cool guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, of course, Eddie does tell Rhonda what happened. She's rightfully angry.
Pissed. She's like, you lost my kids? She's like,
you had one job.
Everyone loses my children. I cannot trust one individual person to watch my children. They're gone every time.
Also, like, Eddie, it's literally your job to take a package safely from one destination to another. How did you mess this up?
The whole movie, he's like, those FPD burglars couldn't catch me.
Yeah.
I'm the best in the game.
Why, Eddie? Because you have no shame about driving through fences?
Right.
What makes you so good at your job, Eddie? Because apparently it ain't delivering packages safely and on time.
No.
The worst.
And she's really pissed at him. Rhonda's really pissed at him about this.
Yeah. And again, I'm like, okay, so far I'm not seeing enemies to lovers happening.
No.
The arc is going to happen at some point. I know it's going to happen at some point, but it's not happening yet.
Yeah.
She still just hates him as much as we do.
Mm-hmm.
So good for Rhonda. Hold out a little bit longer, Rhonda. Come on.
Come
Stick
on,
to your
girl.
guns. Then, okay, we see Harvey.
They're just like, they're having a fun time with Harvey.
They're excited to be hanging out with
who
Santa's
is a
elves.
child. Here's the thing. Why is every adult a child?
Seriously.
The detective, the babysitter, Eddie,
everyone.
Harvey.
Except I felt so much safer when those girls were with Harvey than when they were with Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the sequence of events here is that Rhonda realizes that her children have been stolen in the van.
They call the detective back up.
Eddie, this is crucial.
Yes.
Eddie has to watch the lottery numbers get picked.
They're literally telling the detectives what has happened. And he's like, hold on. Turns on the TV to watch the lotto numbers get picked.
And she's like, my children are missing. And this is the thing that you're focused on, is that the lottery numbers are getting picked.
Again, she continues to be rightfully
she's rightfully
angry.
pissed. She's like, get the fuck out of my house. And the lottery, he has that ticket and he doesn't recognize
He doesn't even remember it. Yeah. But then later, after Rhonda kicks him out of the house, he gets a ride from the detective, and the detective says the birth date of the girls. And when then he's hearing it again, he's like, oh my God, those were the numbers. They have that lotto ticket. So then he's like, wait, I'm on board. I'm going to find these girls.
Find the girls. And you're like, God, this guy sucks so bad at every possible turn.
He's such an idiot that he doesn't even try to conceal his motive. No. He immediately tells Rhonda, he's like, no, like I suddenly really care about getting the girls back.
We gotta get the girls back. And they have a winning lottery ticket. Did you know that? And she's like, what? See, I like literally 2 minutes ago, I just yelled at you about caring more about the lottery than the lives of my children.
Yeah. That is when Shirley, they're like playing whack-a-mole with the girls. They're having a good time. That's when she calls and she's like, hey, I found your kids. I'd love a reward. How about you just bring me $10,000? That ought to do it. Wear a red hat.
Yeah.
We'll meet you at the carnival. Bring it in cash.
And then Eddie's like, don't worry, I'll get the cash. And then she's like, okay.
Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, we began trusting Eddie really quickly. We don't like him, Rhonda. Remember, you're really mad at him. He's really excited about this lotto ticket. So I don't think this is a man who just has $10,000 sitting around.
Where do you think he's going to get that? Ugh. And also call the police.
I don't know, man. She's going to trust Eddie for some reason. So then that's when we take a peek and see what the girls are up to. They're at their motorhome. They're looking at scrapbooks with Harvey and Shirley.
They're looking at mugshots.
They're looking at mugshots and they're like starting to miss their mom. They're starting to feel a little bit sad. But they're like, no, but mom needed a vacation. So it's good that we're doing this for her.
Right. Meanwhile, their mom is the most stressed out she's ever been in her entire life.
The absolute worst situation of her life. And then we go back to see where Eddie's big ideas of how he's going to get this $10K. And he takes her to another FPD truck that is filled with packages that should be delivered.
Christmas presents.
And his big plan is they're going to open up all the packages, find the best, most expensive ones, and then take them to a pawn shop.
He's just going to do the things that the bandits are doing.
And Rhonda, listen, she fights back for like half a second.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I don't want to do that. And then he's like, no, it's fine. And she's like, okay, well, I'll just write down where all the packages that we take were supposed to end up so that once we get the girls back
and we get the lottery
ticket,
yeah,
then we'll replace everything that we stole.
Right.
And then she's like immediately okay with it.
Here's the thing that like never occurred to Eddie. He's like, wouldn't people be happy to know that they gave up one present to save the lives of two twin girls?
He does not care at all. He's so selfish.
He does not care.
So then we go to the pawn shop.
And he's bad at haggling. He's not even good at haggling at the pawn shop. Come on,
dude.
Bad
at negotiating. They're like 400, 300, 400, 300, 400, 200. Okay,
like,
200 it
happen?
Is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the worst. And we see the girls driving in the motorhome. They're singing To Grandmother's House We Go.
Of course.
With Harvey and Shirley. And we see them pass by the road sign that says Edgemont, where they're heading, is 40 miles away. So they're getting really close now. Okay, now we go back to Eddie's apartment and they're counting all the money. Apparently they made $10K really quickly at this one pawn shop.
Yep.
Even with the bad haggling.
Here's the thing. They're like, okay, we have the $10,000. Well, they're $12 short, but they basically have the $10,000 and we're going to pay this ransom, not a reward, ransom. We're going to pay the ransom. We need a red hat. He's like, I have this red cowboy hat. And she's like, why do you like cowboys so much? And then he's like, the city we live in is just a city full of ants. And we're just a, yeah.
She's like, I don't follow.
She's like, whoa, I just want to know why you like cowboys. And he's like, we all live inside of a machine.
And he pulls up the blinds on his window to show his neighbor across the way. He's like, because this is my view. When I look out my window, it's not the glorious plains of this beautiful, glorious country. He pulls up his blinds and his neighbor across the way is like picking his feet in the windowsill. And he's like, oh, good. We made it for picking feet time.
Yeah. You're like, this woman just asked you like why you like cowboys so much. She just asked you why you've said the name Roy Rogers 700 times since the day began.
Also, Eddie, ask this woman one question. Just one question. Do you want to know anything about her life at all?
She doesn't want to hear your diatribe about how cities are just full of automatons and nobody cares about. Also, nobody cares about anyone else. You don't care about anyone else.
Literally.
What are you talking about?
Ugh. Even the burglars were nice here. I don't think it's that bad of a city.
Actually, I think it's pretty chill. You seem to be the problem.
Everyone they've encountered so far has been really nice, except for you, Eddie.
Yeah.
Whatever. It works on Rhonda. Not all the way, but we can see her starting to turn.
But she's like, yeah, I mean, I can see the appeal of a ranch, I guess.
So now they're driving. They've got the cash in just like a paper bag that she's just gonna loosely carry.
She's got it hidden under her jacket.
Ridiculous. But we see them pass by the same 40-mile marker, so we're like, okay, they're getting close. Oh, then we go back to the pawn shop for a second where we see the detective questioning the guy at the pawn shop because of course the FPD bandits would bring all the packages to a pawn shop.
Also, like, you've committed a crime.
Yeah.
This is stolen goods that you have exchanged at the pawn shop. Did you think that you were going to be exempt from laws because you're doing it to save your child from the...
No, because later when they're arrested, Rhonda's like, I've just got to go figure out this miscommunication.
It's not a miscommunication. You stole a bunch of shit and then sold it.
No, they're going to replace it with a lot of money.
But just hold on. Yeah, I'm going to replace it. You didn't wait for me to replace it.
So now we see they've got like this little police sketch of Eddie and Rhonda.
Thieves.
The actual FPD bandits. All right. So now we make it to the carnival. Eddie just completely continues to disregard all of Rhonda's feelings. Everything she says, all of her concerns, he's like, it's okay. We're $12 short. It's okay. It's not. Don't just relax. We're at a carnival. Calm down.
And the movie tries to play it off as like she needs somebody to tell her to calm down. And I'm like, no, she fucking doesn't.
She should be way more hysterical.
She should be crying on the ground.
If I lost my two children and the only person that I could rely on was Eddie,
I would be having a serious reevaluation of my life and my choices and what got me here.
And then just to make matters worse, as Eddie is opening his car door, he dings up the car of a police officer who's in the parking lot right next to him. But then he like makes a little joke. They're joking around with the police officer. Right. It's fine. But then as they walk away, the police officer's like, wait a second. And looks at the police sketch of what they think are the FPD bandits. And he's like, oh, I've got him, boys. Bring in the backup.
Why doesn't he just arrest them?
No, he needs backup.
Because they're scary.
They're serious criminals, FPD bandits.
No one who has been accused of or is the FPD bandits is scary. Not a one. Not one
even
of them.
Remotely dangerous at
None of them.
Yeah, why didn't he
None
just
in the
arrest
bunch.
them? Why didn't he just do it right then? Oh, that's
because
so
you got to
funny.
get our favorite detective back in the mix.
Yeah. He's really heading this particular investigation, all the investigations in town.
Every investigation. They've got one cop.
So now they're ice skating because, they got to do the little ransom. There's a lot of people with red hats. And Eddie's like, no red hats allowed on the ice because, Rhonda's got to have the only red hat because that's what Shirley required so that they knew who they were. So he takes everyone's red hats. Fine. I guess that's helpful. Whatever, Eddie. But again, he's like just helping because he cares about the lottery.
Clearly.
And Rhonda knows it and sees it too. She's just like waving her little thin paper bag of cash around. She's just...
Look at this $10,000 I have right here in my jacket.
Oh, then I loved this. Rhonda's like, oh man, I'm a bad mom. And Eddie's like, no, dude, the girls told me the only reason they ran away is to give you a vacation. And she's like, oh, okay, well, that's good to know. And he's like, no, seriously, you didn't do anything wrong. And then he's like, come on, you got to take care of 2 girls. Like, I can barely take care of me. And we're like, yeah, Eddie, we know that.
We knew from the beginning where you were buying gummy bears and lottery tickets.
Rhonda, hear what he is saying. He said it with his own mouth. He can barely take care of himself.
I can't take care of myself.
He is not fit to be the stepfather of your 2 very precocious, mature children.
No.
Rhonda, don't fall for this man. Please, Rhonda.
And she's mad at him.
She's not falling for him yet.
But soon.
I do like the line though, as they're at the end of this scene between the 2 of them, where she's like, you're just saying that to make me feel better. And it's working.
And I'm like, he said one nice thing to you. He said like one nice thing to you in this whole movie.
Yeah. And also he's known for literally like a day and a half now that the only reason that the girls ran away was because they overheard you say you wanted a vacation.
Yeah. And he has chosen now to reveal that information.
I'm like, you were just sitting on that sweet, sweet information this whole time. Like that would have comforted her so much so long ago.
But he doesn't think about other people that aren't him.
Now the burglars have made it to the carnival. They're wandering around. They're looking for the red hat. They're going to do the switch. This is when the girls are like, hang on a second, take us to grandma's. She lives like right down the street from here.
They're like, we've literally had one goal this entire movie.
They're like, what the heck?
We're just trying to get to our grandmother's house. Our grandmother's house.
And we're so close. She lives so close to here. Like I recognize this area where the carnival is. Like she's right down the street. Just get me to my grandma's.
And then they're like, actually, you've been kidnapped and we're not elves. And we're like, you didn't have to volunteer any of this information.
Harvey's just feeling like guilty.
As he should.
But then I love this bit so much because then Harvey puts them on Buttercup, a horse who's like in like a little, I don't know, what do you call those things?
It's like a pony ride.
A little pony ride. Yeah. So they're on Buttercup. And they're like, liar, liar. And they start like chanting at him.
They chant a lot in this movie. There's a lot of chanting
in this movie. But then it's such a great bit where every time they like circle back around to where they can see Harvey, they're like, liar, liar. And then they leave and they circle back around and Harvey's like, I don't know.
If I saw this, I'd be concerned. Like as a bystander, I'd be like, why are these 2 young children screaming liar at this old man?
Yeah.
I think we need more information about this experience.
We need more aware adults in this movie.
Every adult's a child.
So then this is the best bit. So the girls are circling around. They're yelling at Harvey every time they come back around to the front. And then on their way back around, they see Santa sitting in a sleigh across the carnival. So they're like, oh, this is perfect. Finally, an adult we can trust.
Exactly.
Let's just go ask Santa for help. He can take us to grandma's.
Mm-hmm.
He knows where everyone lives on the whole planet.
He's sitting in the sleigh. He's got reindeer.
He'll
just fly us over really quick.
It'll be so simple. So they hop off the horse. They run over to Santa. The horse comes back around to the front and Harvey's like, oh no, where'd they go?
They hop off the horse. How? They are like 5 years old. And it's not like a full horse, it's a pony.
Yeah, they needed help.
But they needed help getting
on
on the horse. They would seriously injure themselves trying to get off that horse.
Well, they did. They somehow just slipped right off the back. They hop up onto that sleigh with Santa, who, what a hilarious character Santa is. Great. He immediately starts complaining about like a $600 ski pass he spent money on or something. Yeah. What does he say?
Yeah, it's basically Santa. Incoherent.
Why don't give yourself away. Santa's like, do you want a picture with me? It's $4. They're like, no, we want you to take us to grandma's house.
Right.
Like, oh, how many times do we need to say it? Can't there be one adult? But then I will say, Santa is the only adult in this movie to like recognize, because he's like, where are your parents? And they're like, no one's here to get us. Yeah. And he's like, okay, you guys sit here. I'm going to go get help.
I'm going to go get Yeah. Somebody needs to do something about this. These children are unsupervised or badly supervised, or something nefarious is happening here.
I'm glad that he finally like is the only adult to notice it, but then he also was like, you guys stay here, I'll go get someone. Like, Santa, you are the someone.
Every single time the adults take their eyes off of these children, they disappear.
Hold their hands and walk with them to the nearest loudspeaker.
We're gonna go find some help. Come with me.
Yeah, but I can't be mad at him because he's the only one who tried to do anything. So it's fine. So then Shirley makes her way. She finds Rhonda with the red hat. Mm-hmm. They do the trade-off. And Rhonda is like, where are my girls? Where are my girls? The money is for the girls. And Shirley's like, I have the girls, clearly, because I have their bags.
Wild thing.
And Rhonda's like, no, where are my actual children? But Eddie doesn't freaking care. So he and Rhonda make the exchange, the ransom money.
He gets the lottery ticket. He's like, oh, good. Thank God. Only thing I cared about, the lottery ticket. And
Rhonda's like, where are my children? And that's when Harvey runs up and he's like, Shirley, we got to give that ransom money back. And Shirley's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I lost the kids. So now in this exchange, Eddie ends up with the lotto ticket. Mm-hmm. Shirley ends up giving the money back to Rhonda. Yeah. So Rhonda now has not given up the $10,000 that they pawned. And no one knows where the kids are. So now Shirley and Harvey go running to look for the kids because they want the ransom money. Mm-hmm. And then obviously Rhonda goes to run and look for her kids.
Right.
And Eddie, I don't even know how it happens. When does he get his change of heart to actually try looking for the kids?
No, because he says, I've got to go. He's basically like, okay, I've got the lottery ticket now. Right. I've got to go because I have to make it back to the city by 6 o'clock.
He has to make it back to do the lottery thing. There's like a lottery TV show he needs to make it back.
And he's got to go spin the wheel on the lottery TV show. And she's like, you really don't give a shit about my kids, do you? And he's like, but the lottery. And she's like, do what you're going to do. She's basically like, go, fine, leave.
Yeah, yeah. So then this is when we see the girls alone on the sleigh without Santa. And they're like, screw this. No adult has helped us this whole movie, even though we are 2 5-year-olds.
And we are just trying to get to our grandmother's house.
And she is down the street from here. Close. So they're like, giddy up, reindeer, let's go. So they just start taking the sleigh and they start making their way.
Yeah. So the horses are dragging the sleigh with the 2 girls on it. And they're like off to the races. They're running.
These horses take off. These horses clearly have not been taken very good care of by Santa and this carnival show.
Yeah, they just are standing there. So they're like ready to rock and roll.
They're ready to make a break for it. They're like, finally, no adult supervision. This is our turn to get out of here too.
And it's like, how are we going to get ourselves out of this situation? This is the moment.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Eddie's like, this is the change of heart, is that he like sees the girls are in danger.
Is it a change of heart? Or did he just see a high speed?
He saw a chance to be a cowboy.
Yep.
And the only thing that he loves more than the lottery ticket is cowboys. And so he goes and gets one of the ponies.
He grabs Buttercup.
And I'm like, that's a pony. A pony and a horse are different.
My God. And then he just takes off after the girls, which, great. I'm glad someone was able to do that.
I don't think he's been on a horse before.
No, I don't know if he has because he's not very skilled on it.
No, he just wants to be a cowboy, but he has 0 cowboy experience, including having ridden on a horse before.
Yeah.
pretending your delivery truck is a horse is not the same as riding a
horse.
Does
not qualify
you
not to go after these girls on horseback.
So he's like, here I go.
And so now, of course, the reindeer sleigh is like picking up speed. They run through like a caution, do not enter sign. Mm-hmm. Eddie catches up to the girls. He's like, duck.
And we're getting interspersed footage of Roy Rogers.
More Roy Rogers.
Just in case you didn't get enough of Roy Rogers before, here's more.
Because now Eddie's really living out his
He's
dream.
like, I am a cowboy.
Ridiculous.
I'm a cowboy. I'm chasing a runaway sled.
The only reason he cares suddenly about the girls' safety is because he can finally live out his fantasy. And it's so infuriating, but whatever. I'm glad someone's going to try to help these girls. Because now we also have like townspeople with Rhonda like running to the edge of like these streets in the forest area. And they're like, oh no, they're heading straight for the cliff.
Right. Classic. They're heading straight for the cliff.
And so they're getting closer and closer. Eddie jumps from Buttercup onto the sleigh.
Yes.
Then from the sleigh onto one of the horses. It's somewhere in here that the fake antlers come off of the horses' heads. And the girls are like, well, damn, these ain't reindeer.
They're like, we're not flying now, I guess.
Has everything been a lie this whole time?
And this is the point in the movie where I was like, oh, this is just a movie about how two girls find out that Santa's not real and that Christmas is a lie.
Yeah, really horrible.
Yikes.
But anyway, they're also careening toward a cliff any moment now. So Eddie jumps from the sleigh onto one of the horses. But then, he's not good. So he's like hanging off the side of the horse. But at any point, he could have said like, whoa, or like tried to slow them down at all. But he doesn't say anything to the horses. And I don't know how to ride horses, but I think if you say, whoa. He
also doesn't know how to ride. He's not. Well, the thing is, he's trying to get on top of the horse. And then when he finally gets on top of the horse, he starts making random noises.
He's like, whoa. Like,
yeah. What are you doing? Like, what is this? This is nothing.
And then they get like to the edge of the cliff. And it's right. They make it try to look like Eddie just barely makes it on top of the horses just in time to slow them down. But the horses
just stop.
They just stop.
This man has done not a goddamn thing, and I will die on that hill.
For it again.
Yeah, because here's what the horses weren't gonna do: jump off a cliff.
No, they saw the cliff and they stopped themselves.
And they stopped. They said, ground's not happening anymore, so I guess we'll stop. The horses just stopped.
They just stopped. We didn't need Eddie.
He happened to be sitting on one of them
because he didn't do or say anything.
Yeah, and then which is evidenced by the fact that after this happens, he's like trying to tell the horses where to go, and he can't. They do whatever they damn well please.
Rhonda's like, yay, Eddie, you saved my girls. And he's like, I'm a hero. And then the horses start moving. And she's like, where are you taking them? And he's like, I'm not driving, they are.
Including when they stopped before jumping off of a cliff.
Yeah, Eddie, you did absolutely nothing. And then the horses, of course, just miraculously, Christmas miracle, go straight to Grandma's house. The only characters in this entire movie who helped these girls were the horses.
The horses. They are the real heroes of this story.
Anyway, so now they're at Grandma's house. The girls are like, Grandma Mimi. And Grandma Mimi's like, glad you could make it. I'm not going to ask you any questions about where your mom is or who this strange man is with you.
Yeah, weird for you to get here in a sleigh.
Okay, Grandma Mimi, ask no questions. That's fine. Just go make them some hot cocoa.
Yeah.
And maybe actually now this is when we learn why Rhonda was not going to send the girls to Grandma's house on their own, because maybe Grandma's not all there.
Yeah, she's like, great grandma.
Yeah.
She really couldn't do it.
She didn't think it was weird at all. Yeah, she's maybe Rhonda had a reason for not wanting these girls to be alone with Grandma.
And that's when we find that out.
So then, they're drinking hot cocoa. Eddie and the grandma apparently become really fast friends, because in the next time we see them, he's just got his arm around her.
Right.
Okay, Eddie.
And they're like, look at these kids. Safe and sound. All thanks to me Eddie.
Oh, Eddie. And then Rhonda comes in. She's got a beautiful heart-to-heart with her kids. She's crying. They're like, why are you crying, Mom? We made her cry again. And she's like, no, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Don't ever run away again. They're like, we were just trying to give you a vacation. It's adorable. Everyone makes up. It's lovely.
It's fine.
And then they're just like gonna leave. Rhonda like doesn't even talk to Grandma Mimi at all.
Right.
Weird.
They're like, let's go. Eddie, I can't believe you gave up your shot at winning the lottery just so that you could save my children. You're the best.
And that's it. That's all Rhonda needed.
That's all it took. She was so mad at him 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. And now she's like, wow, you gave up the lotto?
To save my kids?
Ugh, Rhonda.
No, he just wanted to be a cowboy, and you know that.
We all
know
it. But whatever, it's fine. The cops get there and arrest Eddie and Rhonda because obviously they have found the bandits.
Because they stole goods and pawned them.
Insane.
And they're like, we're not the bandits, though. You might not be the bandits, but you are
some bandits. You're like, you're literally holding the pawned money in a brown paper bag. We can see it in your hand. You're not even trying to hide it. Yeah, so they get arrested. They take them back to the carnival for some reason. Yeah. They're arrested at Grandma's house. Then they like move them to a different car at the carnival. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why we had to go back to the carnival, except for that is where Shirley and Harvey are.
Right. We needed to get to the real FPS, FMP, FTC, FTX, bandits.
They're all accurate. Everything. Everyone.
We had to get to the real bandits. And we also needed a bunch of bystanders that could chant.
Yes, because we have not had enough chanting in this movie. We needed
more chanting. It was like, the problem was that it was just the girls chanting. And we needed chanting from a larger group of people.
Because so now what happens is Shirley and Harvey are about to escape. But Harvey, arguably the best adult in this movie.
Arguably.
He's like, oh man, like Rhonda and Eddie are getting arrested now. Like we should not let this happen.
Christmas.
It's Christmas Eve. And Shirley's like, yeah, dude, we're about to get away with everything. Like just get into our motorhome. And Harvey's like, but it's Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. It's the eve of Christmas. And so then Harvey just gives himself up.
Yeah, he just goes to the cops and he's like, it's not them. They're not the FTC bandits. We are.
It's been us all along. And the detective doesn't believe him. Yeah. And then Eddie and Rhonda have to be like, no, see, look, we told you so. And then finally the detective gets it. And then Rhonda is like, okay, Eddie, what about your lottery? Don't you care about that anymore? I'm like, Rhonda, don't remind him.
And don't remind him. And also, I thought the ship had sailed. And that is why you were so impressed with him, is that the ship had sailed.
Right.
And then they're like, but if we drive 100 miles an hour and have no stoplights, then we can get there in time.
And surely there's no way that can happen. But then they all look at the detective.
They're like, he's got a siren.
He's got his siren.
Let's have him take us.
Why don't we abuse that power?
This is my favorite bit.
Yeah.
Is that then they make it about Christmas.
Right. Like, it has not been about Christmas this whole time.
It hasn't.
You're right. We've had no mention of Christmas since the snowman, except they've like maybe sung a Christmas carol or two in the car with Shirley.
All of a sudden it's like, oh, this is about Christmas miracles. And they're like, you have to let this other cop take in the real
Getting the kids back to her mom, that's not a Christmas miracle. Getting the wannabe cowboy to the lottery.
That's the Christmas miracle. So then they're like, detective,
Christmas Eve.
They just Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve.
And the detective is like, shut up.
Shut up. I'm a Grinch. And you're like, but he hasn't been the whole time. This detective has never had a problem with Christmas. His interaction with this story has had nothing to do with Christmas this entire time.
No. But he's a Grinch now. And then finally the chanting must have got to him because he's like, shut up. All right, get in the car.
He's like, I have to complete the Christmas miracle. I have to get this wannabe cowboy, this single mom who works 2 jobs and her 2 kids, to the lottery spin the wheel TV show hosted by
Bob Saget. Which I thought was really cute.
That was cute and I liked it.
It was really good. Now, you have not watched all of Full House, but did you happen to notice who the co-host was?
No.
So Bob Saget's co-host on the Winnow Lotto, is that what it was called?
That's what it was.
Worst name ever. The co-host is Lori Loughlin, who is in Full House in later seasons. I think, again, Sequoia has only watched the pilot,
right,
which you can hear us react to in our very first episode of this podcast. So Lori Loughlin comes in later. She is Danny's co-host on his like Good Morning San Francisco show.
Got it.
So she gets introduced to Uncle Jesse.
Oh.
Who we hate, but it is Lori Loughlin plays Becky, and it's Jesse's relationship with Becky that gives him the arc where we do end up liking him, where like she turns him into like a mature grown-up man.
Yeah.
She fixes him.
Yeah, a woman can fix you. Yeah,
exactly. She really makes him work for it, though, I will say. We love Becky. We love Becky. She is like all about like being an independent woman, and like she does not take shit from Uncle Jesse. Like Incredible. She really like she makes him rise to the occasion. She doesn't stoop down to meet him, you know?
Right.
We like
So we've got the Full House folks in the Winnow Lotto
Adorable.
show.
Adorable.
People are spinning the wheel. We're like, are they going to get there on time?
So they finally race there. The detective decides to give them a nice word of wisdom as they are running out of the car. I'm like, you've had the whole drive down to say nice things to them, but you know how much of a hurry they're in.
Yeah.
But after they leave the car, that's when you decide to say, hey, and one more thing. Merry Christmas, you guys. Hey, we're trying to get in there, buddy.
First, we got places to be, first of all. And second of all, we didn't think you had a problem with Christmas this whole movie until 2 minutes ago.
Worst detective ever. But I love that character.
He's great.
It's a great character.
He's really great.
So they run in. The security guard is not going to let them in. And he's like, but I've got a winning lotto ticket. And then he like drops the ticket down to his side. And Julie just grabs it out of his hand. And because she's little, she's able to sneak past the security guard and just straight into the stage
right
door.
on the set.
And she's like, I've got a winning lotto ticket. And again, no adult is like, where is your guardian? He's just like, well, great. Come on up then, little girl. And then because she's made it on stage, Eddie and Rhonda with Sarah in her arms, they're able to push their way past the security guard. So they all clamber up on stage.
And if you wouldn't believe it,
this is when Eddie really stands out as a man. This is when he really finishes his arc.
I could not possibly hate this more.
He's about to spin it, and then he goes, but wait, I want to take a moment to say how much I love these little girls, my good luck charms, and their beautiful mother. Ew. Okay, we hate you, Eddie.
Ew.
And then he's like, I want my good luck charms to spin this wheel for me. So he's just a superstitious gambler. Like, that's all that it is.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually like these girls. It's just they've brought good fortune into his life.
But then he's like, and whatever winnings I get, I want to split between
these girls and their beautiful mother. If anything, you should give it all to them. They chose the numbers.
Yeah. You haven't done jack shit.
You did nothing for this family.
The only thing he did is pay for the lottery ticket.
So then, of course, the girls spin the wheel. I loved everyone's reaction shots of like, come on, jackpot, come on. It's so stupid. And then, of course, they hit the jackpot.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. Balloons fall from the ceiling. A shower of sparkling confetti is raining down on Eddie and Rhonda, who meet center stage for their first kiss.
Yeah.
Ugh,
and you're like,
Rhonda.
Hate it. No, thank you.
Canon for me, in my mind, is that Rhonda gets some money out of Eddie.
Yeah.
She makes her way through the holiday season. Eddie is like, I'm going to buy my ranch in Montana now. And obviously you guys are all coming out with me because we're like a couple now. And Rhonda goes, Eddie, in what fucking world do you think that I'm going to uproot my children from everyone and everything they've ever known to go live in the middle of nowhere with an absolute idiot in Montana?
Yeah.
No, thank you, Eddie. You can barely take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You go to Montana. I'm going to live with my daughters here, but thanks for the money, pal. That's how the movie ends in my
your brain. I like that. I like that a lot.
That's canon for me.
And now that I'm like, oh, well, it was made for TV, so they probably didn't have a very big budget or whatever. I was like, oh, I'm surprised I didn't see them all at the ranch at the end.
Right. No, the movie couldn't end at the ranch because the movie had to end with them, as was foreshadowed in the story of the Grinch, returning all the presents.
Yeah.
Rhonda grabs her list and she checks it twice of all of their stolen pawned presents. And then they get in the car and they deliver it around everyone.
And then the girls get princess pennies.
And the girls get princess pennies, of course. And then, out of everything that infuriated me in this movie, this probably made me the most upset. They start singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Why?
Wrong song.
Why do you not sing Over the River and Through the Woods? What? Because the whole thing is that they're going to deliver the presents and then go back to Grandma's house.
Yeah.
And they're like, baby, we'll all go together this time. Why do you not sing that song? You've sung it earlier in the movie, so I know you got the rights to it. Why do you not sing that song? Santa Claus is coming to town.
That I'm so I can't believe that didn't occur to me, but you're so right.
It's the title of the movie. Sing that
wild
song.
Choice.
It doesn't make any sense to me, and it pissed me off.
And I'm mad.
So in my mind, the movie ends with Rhonda delivering all the presents with Eddie, using him for that, getting the money out of him, and then saying, and you know what, Eddie? I never want to see your face again.
I never want to see that mug.
Slams the door in his face. And then they get in her car and they sing Over the River and Through the Woods. Grandmother's House We Go.
Yeah.
And then maybe we see footage of him sad and lonely
on his
in
ranch.
Montana, not happy. Yeah. He thought it would make
falling
him happy,
off a horse.
Yes, falling off a horse. Yes. Yeah.
We see the newspaper boy comes back. He throws a newspaper. We zoom in on the newspaper.
Yes.
Man trampled to death
yes,
by horse.
Yes. Man, horribly. No, he's not trampled to death. He has to live with
Mangled.
Thought he was a cowboy.
Horse accident. Horse related.
Anyone with any training would have avoided this horrible accident. Yeah, and that's how the movie ends.
Incredible. Okay, let's bust through our rating of this movie from 0 to 5.
From 0 to 5, how many reindeer do you think are pulling this sled?
There is one reindeer pulling this sled.
Oh, only one?
There's one reindeer pulling this sled.
So sad.
You
liked New York Minute better than this movie?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think there were some cute moments. There was a couple good bits. But other than that, I don't have nostalgia in this at all.
I was going to give it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah. I think it's a really good movie.
Off my head.
How's your head, by the way?
Great.
Wow.
I know.
I'm impressed.
It is comfortable.
Dang. Good to know. Yeah, I don't know. It's nostalgic. The only thing bad to me about the movie is Eddie. But I think it's got a nice arc to it. It moves. It's nice and fast paced. I feel like it was efficient storytelling. We know who those characters are. It's great dialogue, a little bit of romance, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of intrigue, a little bit of a chase. I think it's great. It's got it all.
And that's where we agree to disagree. Guys, sometimes identical twins are really different as people. And that's what you're learning here on this podcast.
Yeah, even though Sequoia and I are identical twins, people are always confusing us for one another. We're really different.
We're really different. Okay.
Who's in big trouble?
You're in big trouble, Mr. Eddie. You're in big trouble.
Ugh.
Well, thanks so much, everybody, for listening and watching, and we hope you had a great time. I loved watching this movie, even though I didn't like the movie, and I loved discussing it here. If you want to find us over on social media for any reason at all, we are on the social medias as @YouPod It.
You can also find me on YouTube at The Cheese Show. Look it up, a nice comedy show about cheese. And you can find Sequoia
on Instagram at Sequoia Simone, where you can listen to any of my other podcasts, Professional Talkers, Fanatical Fiction, where to find them, or But Make It Scary, anywhere that podcasts are. Next time we will be discussing The Challenge,
which I've never seen and know nothing about. And
it is one of my favorite Mary-Kate and Ashley movies, and I haven't seen it in years. Oh my gosh, and I'm so excited. So make sure to check that out. There's a link in the description of this episode where you can watch that movie, and we'll see you then.
In the meantime, have a happy Thanksgiving. We are so grateful for every single one of you who listens to and watches this silly podcast. We are going to be taking a little bit of a break over Thanksgiving so we can spend time with our families and recharge. So make sure you follow and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode.
And until then,
respect the girls, respect their legacy.
From the very moment their stories begun, we got 2 child stars for the price of 1. They're our favorite sisters and they shared a womb. Now we're talking about them on You Potted, Dude.